For those that don't know, I enjoy riding and working on mountain bikes in my free time. I think it's fun and a great reason to get outside and improve my overall health and well-being. But like with anything, too much of a good thing isn't always the best for you. What I mean by that is that there may be times when upgrading a bike isn't the most cost-effective thing, and there may even be some missteps along the way. I know for me it's been quite a few. This video is just a cautionary tale about what to consider before you start upgrading. I'll also let you know one area where I should have been more patient. I'll also use this Bolinas Ridge when I go over example of things what to look for. To break the ice, I'll let you know one of my more costly mistakes. When I was upgrading my Hawk Hill, I really wanted a pair of Crank Brothers Synthesis wheels, and when I heard my local bike shop could get one, I asked for one, I bought it, and when it showed up to the store, I was ecstatic. The problem that I would come to find out though, wasn't one about the wheel not fitting, it was actually the cassette. Had I been a bit more patient or asked a couple more key questions, I would have known what would have happened. The Hawk Hill's rear wheel came with an HG free hub, however the wheels I bought came with an XD free hub. This means I couldn't transfer my 12-speed cassette to the new wheel. I had to buy a brand new cassette just to fit the free hub. Now luckily for me, I was able to pick one up for a very decent price since I knew the shop owner for a couple years. But I still consider that my more costly mistake, which could have been completely avoided had I just shown a little bit more patience and done a little more research. Okay, here's some advice on what to look for when you decide a bike is ready for an upgrade. First and foremost, ask yourself, do you see yourself riding this bike next year or the year after? Now I can't tell you the amount of people, at least 3, I see upgrade a bike only to buy a new one in a couple months. I never try to tell anyone what to do, I just always say spend your money where you feel comfortable. A couple things to note, try to consider upgrades that can transfer over easily. For instance, unless specifically stated, most bikes will come with an HG free hubs. So this Microshift Advent X can easily move over to a new project with little to no issues. One thing to note is to take inventory of anything that might not fit into a new bike. For instance, frame specific sizes like that of the steerer tube, the wheel spacing, and even the seat tube. Since this bike uses a straight steerer fork and the seat tube diameter is smaller than most modern mountain bikes, would it be possible to find another bike that I could transfer these over? Maybe. Most modern bikes nowadays have a tapered steer tube and a wider seat tube, and some come with a through axle wheel, so I consider most parts on this bike to be lifetime parts, unless it would break and need to be replaced. That's not to say there shouldn't be any regrets installing anything like this. I don't regret it. My advice is just to be mindful, make a budget, and try to stick to it as best as possible. Trust me, I understand the allure of going above and beyond, but try to resist that urge. Better parts won't make you a better rider. It can just make the experience better. I also feel I should include whether you go tubeless or not, because if I don't, it may come up. Now I use tubeless on the mountain bikes that I use regularly. I don't use tubeless on any loaners, cities, or even the Ridge here. You don't need to do it on every bike, especially those that spend a great deal of time sitting around waiting to be used every now and again. It's just not worth the time to maintain every bike you own. You'll find 1 or 2 to be enough. It can vary. Or you can do it on every bike you own. It's up to you. I'm just a voice on the internet. Do whatever you like. I tell you all this only so you consider that sometimes things don't always work out. You may eventually just prefer to upgrade your bike to a better bike sooner than you think. Your bike may break, or maybe your project doesn't turn out the way you want. I would just encourage you to carefully consider what it is you want. How long do you think you'll keep your bike? Is there anyone you can ask for advice? Just try to always use your best judgment. Anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. See you next time, and have a great day.